Yeah, the family's been involved heavily with the club for all that time.
What do you want to do?
My mum, she started off in the juniors and then went to the seniors, you know, just like the girls that does the canning and cooks and does everything else. Mm. She's double life member, seniors and juniors.
Mm. How many hours has she put in?
Lots. Mm. Real lots.
They're a footy family.
Yeah.
What were their expectations of John?
Oh, I think they just like all other parents, they weren't overbearing. You know, his dad come and watch, but his mum was more involved than his dad. His dad was just, you know, he'd come and see him play every now and again.
Johnny was always willing to do something for the Kilburn Football Club, and he helped the coach, he helped trainers, he was runners, he was running out with bottles of water to other players, but he never stopped work for the Kilburn Football Club.
Oh, my fondest football moments would be him coaching the juniors. You know, he came up from the juniors and played for the juniors and everything, and then he played for the A grade, and then he dropped back coaching the juniors. You know, which was very rare at Kilburn because not many wanted to put their hand up coaching the juniors, but he was one of them.
People skills are lacking a little bit, but he gets the job done. He is. Look, he says. He does what he says, and he goes about it straight down the line. And if it offends somebody, that's bad luck. I've got a job. I'm on that target. I'm going that way. That's my job. If it don't like it or it offends you, bad luck. That's the road I'm taking.
When you think of the contribution the whole family make, when from Johnny, his brother Danny's been on the board for many years through a lot of tough times, and Danny's wife Sharon as social secretary and one of the most bubbly girls, and so it's really, I think John's in a really good place at the moment, having two sons play in a premiership. How wonderful is that?
Look, it was tough on him because when I was on the board, we were in A1 and your support staff was mega. You know, you had people wanting to do work, wanting to help you, help the club. We're in A1, you know, the highest we can achieve in that competition, winning premierships in A1. So, you know, everybody wanted to be a part of it. As we started slipping, losing games, going down the ladder, A2, A3. Well, John did those years, and it was hard. People were dropping off, the help was dropping off. John done a lot himself, you know, he'd cook the barbie, he'd be there to open the club up to let people to do work. He, you know, it's lucky that he has got a job where he, you know, he took a lot of time out of work to run that club, and he done it, you know, with minimal help, whereas you know, other people over time have had a lot of help. So he done everything, you know. He was the washing, the cooking. He'd cook the meals for the boys on the Thursday night after training. He would be, you know, changing kegs. He'd be doing everything, you know, all by himself, and
not seeing the results on the field.
And and not even seeing the results behind the bar and money wise and everything like that. We struggled for a few years, but you know, and now success breeds. People want to come back, help, and everything like that. So you should go on the board now. More people want to help.
That's right. But I was going to say, it probably says something about the bloke's attitude to life and to football, and also about the necessary ingredients for success. Because in fact, it's when things are the toughest and things are the lowest and things that you seem to be getting the least out of, that in fact you've got to produce.
Absolutely, and it's easy for people just to walk away because things aren't happening the way they want it, and the football, we're not winning the football. Whereas John put his hand up. I think I'm not sure if he actually, I think he got in on the interim, you know, because we didn't have a president. I'm not 100% sure, but the tougher it got, the more he done. So he didn't shirk any issues. So. It was a tough few years for him. Everyone gave a little bit, but he gave 100%.
We had police here all the time. and that was in the 2 years that John was president. And then John, so I've had a guts full of this. I become chairman again, and we got another president, and of course the club's gone on from there. But he did get us through 2 years of actual hell through this footy club right through. So with John, I commend him for that. He stuck with it, never walked away, left it there. But our club nearly folded if John hadn't have taken it over, even though they couldn't do much because there's no money, nothing around the place. If they didn't come and take it, then the club would have folded actually. So they held it together for 2 years, and when we come back now, I came back like last year, and this year here, this is my second one this year. But all of a sudden, if they hadn't been here and no one took the roles on, then we would have been actually gone. The club's starting to build again now. We've got a reasonably good side with Chatty and all the boys out there, what we're doing at the present moment. So the club's getting stronger and stronger. But if they hadn't held those 2 years, and the most difficult years this club's ever had, held it together, we were going down to D4. We did go to D4. We fought our way back to D3. Hopefully this year we'll go to D2. We'll give it a real good shove at the end of this year, like the end of the next season, to go premiers again. So, but I do commend him and Wayne McCammon holding the club together for that period of time. So.
But that was about just hanging on to everything you got and just keep swimming. And we managed to do that. And the side this year, there's only about 4 or 5 guys different from the side. But the ones that stayed on, they played pretty well.
You had some good players there.
Yeah. Well, I got 2 sons that played there as well. So that was pretty good this year.
What position they play?
One sort of plays around the back lines a bit, and the other one around the wing and what have you. Yeah. But they go pretty good.
You used to be an intense parent yourself, or were you?
No, I was actually. I fell into that trap, I remember, because my lad Chatty, after one game, he came in and he played pretty well. I think the coach, a guy called Peach, it was Peachy, and he come up the bar, beer, and I said, look mate, when you done that, blah blah blah, and you should have played, and he just said to me, he said, is there any chance of saying I played well one day? And I went, I've got it. It took me a little, like all the years, and then I went, now I know what you're saying. Okay, I got you.
You remember that?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Growing up, yeah, you can tell the way he speaks and what he is. He's a pretty hard judge, critic type thing. And he'd tell you if you had a bad game, you know what I mean? He'd be on your back. And,
in no uncertain manner, right?
Yeah, but if he said, if he didn't really have a go, having a bad game, or he said, played okay or had a good game, and then you sort of knew that you had a good game, if you know what I mean. And but yeah, that I remember that moment. That was would have been my second year A grade, I reckon. I was still probably only 18 or 19, and so I said that to him. But as he said, he thought about it then, and ever since he'll say if I have a good game now and stuff like that.
So he listened to you?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he's gone pretty good. Yeah. But you do get caught up in that, and you don't see your own reflection because you're too worried about what you're saying. So that in itself was a little bit of a bugger.
No, that's good.
Got over it.
Good enough rapport with him for him to say that to you.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and obviously some of the what you said rubbed off.